The Great Migration reaches the treacherous Mara River. These frontline grapplers face their greatest challenge yet. The mass migration logic is brutal. The individual is sacrificed for the survival of the collective.
The environmental hazard of the slippery bank proves deadly. As the calf struggles for footing, the predators move in for the kill.
This is the patient assassin strategy. An elite tier predator, it waits for the perfect alignment when a
In this desperate standoff, the herd locks in combat, forming a defensive circle. The crocodiles test the perimeter.
The riverbank trap. An insect skitters across the crocodile's head, oblivious to the carnage.
Gasping for air, the survivor shows the physical toll of the escape. Yet,
the documentary narrative explores how the herd's own panic becomes a secondary trap, assisting the crocodiles by delivering the prey directly to them.
The macro flow of the migration pours relentlessly into the funnel. The systemic nature of this ancient...
The tactile response of the wildebeest creates minute pressure changes. This biosensor battle is the hidden layer of the riverbank trap. The scavenger class begins to gather. They are the observers of the aftermath. The ecological context shows that nothing goes to waste in the Serengeti. This riverbank serves as a brutal filter for the next generation. The high mortality rate among these juveniles is staggering. The geography of the trap reveals natural funnels. The Nile crocodiles are positioned like strategic...
The documentary detail highlights the extreme risk-reward ratio. The mother's bravery saves the calf, but often leads to her own injury.
The American alligator's teeth. A weapon array designed for gripping and crushing, not chewing. This
oh, they've launched, look out!
The mud-caked armor highlights the texture and weight of this immovable object. This basking mechanic recharges the crocodile's metabolic battery.
The herd's impact creates a liquefied mire, a mud trap that lowers the prey's evasion stat. The crocodiles watch with cold calculation. This microsecond timing is the difference between life and death. A thin margin for error, where success is measured in millimeters.
The zebra, acting as a high perception guard, uses its superior eyesight to spot the threat.
This anatomical contrast highlights their combat roles. The horizontal pupil allows the wildebeest.
The camera pans across the riverbank where the surge has ended. The wildebeests stand catatonic. The intelligence of the pack. A group of smaller crocodiles works together to herd a group of wildebeests toward a larger.
Suspended in the air, a silhouette against the spray. This is the moment of escape.
The endless cycle of the migration continues. A beautifully brutal balance of survival in the Mara River Loop. A single slip on the greasy clay triggers the panic ripple effect. This social disorder creates a target-rich bottleneck.
The battle of attrition at the riverbank interface. The fluid dynamics of the herd meet the static ambush.
The crocodile employs the anchor technique. The drowning mechanic means the crocodile doesn't need to kill with the bite, only to nullify the air supply.
Cruising beneath the surface, the predator emphasizes stealth. The target acquisition focuses on the vulnerable, exploiting the riverbank trap.
This nutrient transfer is vital. Every predatory success supports a vast network of smaller opportunist classes.
This is the wall of death, a gravity-assisted stampede creating an unstoppable force. The kinetic risk is immense as massive pressure builds from the rear.
An American alligator ballasts itself by swallowing stones. This stealth buff allows the heavy tank to
The zebra sentinel and the wildebeest grappler, a temporary alliance forged in the conflict zone. This interspecies synergy breaks the efficiency of the trap. The funnel effect. The camera moves from high altitude down into the gorge. We see how the natural erosion has created a lethal funnel. Having cheated death, this wounded prey must now contend with the mark of the trap. The infection risk is high, making the long-term survival odds incredibly slim.
End of batch 3.
The third phase concludes as the predators retreat.
Route. These sensory pits function as a biological sonar, allowing the predator to calculate the exact distance and weight of its prey.
The migration logic is simple, a statistical necessity. The herd must move forward, even if it means sacrifice.
This finisher move showcases remarkable biomechanical efficiency, using the caiman's entire body as a wrench to snap bone and tear tissue.
The camera glides over the dorsal scutes, revealing natural ballistic armor. Moss and
This rare victory highlights the risk of injury. An internal wound in this competitive environment could mean starvation for the crocodile. This top-down view highlights the tactical precision. Despite its bulk, the gharial surges forward, the V-shaped wave.
Traction mechanic, utilizing these prehistoric tools, allows the heavy tank to launch its massive body with explosive force.
This is the Great Migration Trail. The riverbank presents the final obstacle, a trap where the conflict for survival is inevitable.
The tail acts as both motor and rudder. This propulsion mechanic allows the alligator to generate instantaneous
The jaw lock impact. Primary contact is made, highlighting the mechanical advantage of the crocodile's crushing pressure. A raw display of predator class.
The wildebeest's hoof traction has failed completely in this mire trap. This environmental debuff is a critical survival variable. In this vortex of panic, the stampede logic backfires. The safety in numbers strategy creates a target-rich environment for these ambush predators.
The crocodile accelerates with explosive speed, locking onto the vulnerable throat. The ambush is swift and precise.
The scavenger integration. As the primary predators feed, tigerfish and Nile monitors move into the shallows to claim the resource spillage.
This is the thirst mechanic. Despite the danger, the biological drive overrides all fear. The transparent eyelid closes, a protective buffer that allows the crocodile to maintain vision in this abrasive, blood-stained water.
The biological hardiness of the species allows them to endure traumatic injury and continue the journey.
As the final batch crosses, the riverbank trap waits silently for the next surge. It is a
The integumentary sensory organs detect the slightest pressure pulse. This vibrational data is the silent
A tidal wave of flesh surges forward. This mass evasion strategy attempts to overwhelm the predator quota.
The tactical depth charge. The crocodile vents air from its lungs to rapidly sink, repositioning beneath the main body of
This deep groove is more than just an old wound. This visual history tells the story of the trap.
The crocodile is using tactile and pressure sensors to map the combat zone. This environmental synergy turns the murky
Duporti. Basking in the late afternoon sun, the alligator expels excess salt through its specialized glands.
The billion-year-old game that has played out once again on this single riverbank.
the final surge. This window of safety is the stragglers' last chance as they reach the high plains.
The crocodile's heartbeat. A slow, rhythmic beat of the cold-blooded metabolism as the predator re-enters a state of stasis.
The moving mass of the wildebeest herd fades into the distance, leaving the riverbank behind.